Former Korean Air Vice President Cho Hyun-ah has been indicted, also charged with interfering with the investigation into the nut rage scandal. Korean fishermen are dismayed as many foreign workers disappear from their workplaces before their contracts expire. And car centers run by the Korea Transportation Safety Authority have been found to overlook many important aspects in their car inspections. Hello and welcome to News Today on KBS World. It's Thursday, January 8th. I'm Luke Clary. Former Korean Air Vice President Cho Hyun-ah was indicted yesterday. The prosecution also seemed to confirm suspicions that she got involved in the Transport Ministry's investigation, charging her with obstructing official duties.
Former Korean Air Vice President Cho Hyun-ah, who has been in lockup since December 30th, will end up in court. Prosecutors had previously called for 4 charges, including the violation of the Aviation Security Act, obstruction of work, and coercion. On top of this, a new charge of using rank to interfere with public duty was added.
증거를 조작하고 관련 증거를 인멸, 은닉하여 진상을 은폐하였고 이로 인해 국토부 조사도 방해되는.
It was found that the airline heiress had said that she had done nothing wrong and it was the chief purser who should apologize. She was also found to have reprimanded Director Yeo in charge of cabin service several times over the incident. Director Yeo had tried to tender his resignation immediately after the incident, but Cho gave it back and told him to handle the matter well. Prosecutors have confirmed that the airline director had answered that he would do his best so that the matter would not infringe the law. Representatives of Cho had argued that the plane had not yet taken off, so she should not be charged with changing the flight route. However, the prosecution said it will submit the footage of the plane returning to the gate as evidence, which was taken by a surveillance camera at New York's JFK airport.
Migrant workers continue to seek jobs in Korean fishing villages, many of which are short-handed. But many of these foreign workers disappear from their workplaces even before their contracts expire, to the dismay of fishermen.
Migrant workers repair fishing nets in an island village. More than 60 foreigners work on this island alone.
무슨 일 하세요, 지금 여기서?
밀치하고 따해서 김 왔다 갔다 왔다 갔다.
But a growing number of migrant workers disappear even before their contracts expire.
7시 그냥 몰라 차고 다니다가 딱 없어져버려. 그러면 그 다음날부터 이렇게 지장이 얼마나 많아요.
Over the past 2 years, about half of some 390 migrant workers in North Jeolla province quit their jobs without notifying their employers. This usually happens to foreigners who receive work visas for the fisheries sector because they don't take long to obtain, and after working in fishing villages for a short while, run away to find jobs in other areas.
신청도 바로 들어온다네요. 일로 들어가지고 머리를 써가지고 와가지고 도망가는 거지.
More than 8,000 migrant workers are employed in Korea's fisheries sector, but a growing number of fishermen suffer losses due to loopholes in the management of the foreign workforce.
For the first time in 4 years, foot and mouth disease has spread from pigs to cattle, prompting the government to take all-out preventative measures. Authorities even ordered a standstill for livestock-related vehicles on Wednesday.
This slaughterhouse used to be crowded with trucks carrying livestock. But it stood empty on Wednesday. And so did other slaughterhouses all across the nation. Public health authorities have ordered a so-called standstill, which prohibited the roughly 47,000 animal-carrying vehicles nationwide from operating all day Wednesday.
차량으로 인한 수평적인 전파, 이것은 오늘 확실하게 한번 잡자.
Meanwhile, slaughterhouses nationwide undertook disinfection procedures. Inspectors were also kept busy checking on the condition of livestock throughout the day. They carefully checked the hooves and lips for symptoms of foot and mouth disease, or FMD. Livestock vehicles were the first to be disinfected, and special attention was given to the tires and wheels, a potential hotspot for the virus. Finding out about the spread of disease in nearby villages, some farmers started injecting the animals with the vaccination themselves.
마음이 답답해지요. 지금 나라고 안 오라는 법이 없어갖고.
Despite the government's efforts, additional FMD cases were confirmed in Jincheon North Chungcheong Province Wednesday, bringing the total of disease-afflicted farms to 36.
The various loopholes private car repair companies exploit in regular car inspections no longer surprise anyone. But even car centers run by the Korea Transportation Safety Authority have been found to overlook many important aspects in their car inspections.
This car inspection center is run by the Korea Transportation Safety Authority. One of the passenger cars here has a broken brake light. After the inspection, the inspector explains the results to the car owner. But he says that the car has no problems. The inspection chart also says that the car's lighting system is in good condition. Another car with broken brake lights passes the inspection without any problems.
검사에서조차 이게 걸러지지 않으면은 저희는 그냥 계속 모르고서 위험 속에서 운전을 할 수밖에 없거든요.
According to regulations, vehicles with broken brake lights must be ordered to have their lights repaired and be inspected again.
차가 워낙 많이 밀리다 보니까 직원들이 물론 세세히 꼼꼼하게 검사를 해야 되는데 제동종 부분이라든가 좀 미흡한 부분이 있었던 것 같습니다.
Last year, 329 private car centers commissioned by the Korea Transportation Safety Authority were found to have violated the law 345 times by conducting car inspections improperly. But the Transportation Safety Authority has not addressed the problem.
A word of kindness can go a long way. A coffee shop has made waves for offering a 50% discount on coffee if a customer asks for their coffee nicely.
This is a coffee shop in Seoul.
안녕하세요, 정씨. 맛있는 아메리카노 한 잔 주세요. 네, 2,150원 결제 도와드리도록 할게요.
A customer calls a cafe employee by his name and places an order. This coffee house is holding an event called A Word of Kindness. Customers who call employees by name and order coffee politely get a 50% discount on their coffee.
다른 데하고는 달리 좀 정감이 있었고요. 딱딱하지 않고 자연스럽게 주문할 수 좋았습니다.
Just a simple order of I would like a cup of Americano, please, will get you a 20% discount as well. But no discount is given to a customer that merely says a cup of Americano or places an order rudely. Cafe employees each wear name tags so that customers can see their names clearly.
가끔 말 걸어주시면 되게 좋아하시는 분들도 있고 정말 간혹 가다가 한 분씩 까칠하게 자기는 절대 안 하겠다고 하시는 분들도 있죠. 근데 대부분 반응이 되게 좋으신 것 같아요.
This coffee shop plans to continue holding the event once a month.
Byungki master Hwang Byungki has released his first instrumental solo album. The master dedicated 6 decades to honing his skills in order to produce this album.
The musician's fingers dexterously dance across the 12 strings, producing endless variations on a melody. The 70-minute composition gradually reaches its pinnacle. The master completed this Hanjo composition, which in traditional Korean music refers to an instrumental solo, 62 years after his debut as a 가야금 artist.
원래 산조라는 것은 필생의 과업이죠. 일생을 타면 탈수록 더 재미나는 곡이에요.
Most 가야금 artists at least try their hand at the Hanjo genre, but it's unprecedented for an artist to spend 6 decades on writing a single one. Hwang Byung-ki spent 10 years learning the genre and then 50 years more on collecting information about it.
황병기 단장 등 14명의 우리 음악인들은
In 1990, he was the first civilian to visit North Korea officially to collect materials on Sanjo. One German artist even held an exhibition of paintings that he drew after receiving inspiration from Hwang's Kayagum performance.
To play a single tone and then let it sound, the space between, that's what's the most important thing.
Master Hwang, who has achieved his life's goal of writing as Hanjo, says his only aspiration now is to hone his skills even further.
Most movies are shown on similarly sized screens, but for some films, the screen aspect ratio is customized. Let's take a look.
The son has difficulty controlling his emotions, so he frequently vents out his anger, sometimes violently. The film also depicts the episodes between his mother and the neighbor. Without describing the settings in detail, the movie focuses on the character's emotional development. This is why the screen is shaped as a square.
처음에는 저 이런 영화는 처음 봐서 되게 이상했어요. 좀 더 집중할 수 있었던 것 같아요. 화면이 중간에 있으니까.
For this critically acclaimed movie, the rate of the screen's length and width changes depending on the scene. It's shown on a regular-sized screen when the narrator looks back on his adventures in the 1980s. But the screen gets wider when he remembers his meeting with the hotel owner in the 1960s. And it gets longer when the movie goes back further in the past. The size of the screen changes to the rate used in each period to deliver the atmosphere of the different time setting.
형식이라고 하는 부분들이 좀 정해져 있었다면, 고정되어 있었다면 이제는 그런 고정된 것들을 좀 더 탈피하거나 변화됨으로써 관객들에게 새로움이라든가
Various unconventional techniques are being introduced to help audiences concentrate on and understand the intricacies of movies.
Singer Kim Jun-soo, member of the boy band JYJ, has been selected as the country's most popular male musical actor. And among actresses, Cho Hyun-ah and Jung Sun-ah shared the honor. This and more coming up in today's entertainment news.
Boy band JYJ member Kim Jun-soo was named the most popular male musical actor last year, as he had been in 2010 and 2012. Kim, who appeared in the musical Dracula, won the Ticket Power Award of the Golden Ticket Awards given by ticket reservation site Interpark. The company chose the winners based on the volume of ticket sales and results of viewers' votes. Cho Hyun took the award among actresses also for the third time. This time she shared the honor with Chang Hyun-ah, who appears in Kinky Boots. Late singer Kim Kwang-seok will be remembered in a commemorative album and concerts. January 6th marked the 19th anniversary of his death. The commemorative album will contain a number of Kim's hit songs performed by younger singers, as well as one rendition recorded along with 101 fans. A commemorative nationwide concert tour re-singing Kim Kwang-seok will begin in Daegu on February 7th. Actor Kim Jae-jung has promised to give home appliances as gifts to North Korean escapees who have settled down in South Korea if his drama Spy posts viewer ratings of more than 10%. Kim plays an agent of the National Intelligence Agency in the show, which is about an intelligence war between the two Koreas.
Painkillers are usually the first aid in relieving a fever or headache. Painkillers are available these days not only in pharmacies but in convenience stores as well. And here's how to choose the right painkiller and take it safely. Painkillers come to mind first when you get a fever or suffer from pain. You can choose from a vast array of painkillers these days, but it's important to find the right remedy for your symptoms.
폐혈 진통제는 단순 열을 억제하는 데 사용하고 있고 소염 진통제는 염증을 동반한 통증 치료에 사용하고 있습니다. 따라서 진통제를 구입하실 때는 약사에게 정확히 증세를 말씀하시고 구입하시는 게 좋겠습니다.
In addition to immediate symptoms, it's also important to bear in mind your health condition when choosing pain-killing drugs. Anti-inflammatory analgesic drugs block the activity of enzymes that transmit pain. But these enzymes also help protect the stomach wall, so taking these drugs may result in stomach problems. If you have stomach problems, take painkillers that contain acetaminophen. But some people should avoid them as well.
원래 간이 안 좋았던 분들이 다량 복용할 경우 치명적인 영향을 줄 수가 있습니다. 사망에 이를 수도 있기 때문에 굉장히 조심해서 드셔야 될 약제 중에 하나입니다.
Here's how to safely take your painkillers. First off, it's important to use the right dose. Antipyretic analgesics should be taken no more than 3 or 4 times a day, 500 to 1,000 milligrams at a time. The combined daily dose must not exceed 4,000 milligrams. As to anti-inflammatory analgesics, take them no more than 3 to 4 times a day, 200 to 600 milligrams at a time. The daily dose must not exceed 3,200 milligrams. Remember that painkillers do not treat the problem, but only temporarily alleviate pain. So if your pain becomes more severe even after taking painkillers, seek medical help immediately. If you have a mild headache, try pressure point therapy rather than resorting to painkillers right away. If you suffer from a stiff neck and pain in the back of your head due to stress, press the area behind your ears and the indent at the back of your head. You can also soothe your headache and feel more refreshed by massaging your temples. If your headache is the result of drinking, press the top knuckles of your index, middle, ring, and little fingers. Taking painkillers can help, but it requires prudence to prevent side effects and protect your health. Now let's take a look at the markets, followed by the world weather. And that's it for this edition of News Today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again at the same time tomorrow. Goodbye.